With all checkouts, we come in, verify our patient's name, date of birth. We know that they have a central line. It is Central Line Tuesday. So it's time to change all the central lines in the unit, right? So with our central line dressing change, we're gonna verify name and date of birth, any allergies. Allergies, because we know it's chlorhexidine, we're gonna be cleaning their skin with, latex, etc. Not that we have latex anymore at the hospitals.
We use clean gloves.
Now I've got on clean gloves because I need to remove my old dressing, okay? Before I remove the old dressing, I'm going to assess the site. Now what will we really see? This is skin, and we're only gonna see an insertion site and a little bit of tubing. So imagine that this is all you're seeing, okay?
Okay.
We're gonna assess our site. Any redness, any warmth. Does it feel smooth? Is there squishiness to it? If there's some infiltration, you may feel some squishiness, okay? But how does it look? I am masked now. I'm going to ask my patient to turn their head to the side. Well, you turned the other day. Okay, her head is, okay, there she goes. Turn her head to the other side. When I get into this, I'm gonna go ahead and put a mask on her. A lot of these patients, you'll find they don't wanna wear a mask. They deal with this all the time. So they'll turn their head. You have a patient that is not responsive or confused, we're gonna put a mask on them anyway. If they're ventilated, the vent's on them, so we don't have to worry. And this little bio patch is what we were talking about. Do you have to put one of these on? So I got them over there. I'm just gonna sterilely place that in my dressing change kit. So, I've assessed the site. I'm now going to remove the dressing. These are mannequins, even though they're our patients, and it doesn't remove as easily as it does with skin. So just prepare yourself that, you know, the one you're removing was just put on, so it's gonna not be so easy. I have found that if I pull on the corners, it comes off a little bit easier.
I have found that when we take off the Tegaderm on people, we use alcohol.
Alcohol, yeah.
So we don't tear their skin.
And we can do that, and you will be doing that, especially with our elderly patients, we can tear their skin. But like with the IV, we're gonna remove from the outside, working in to the insertion site. We're gonna remove it. I'm stabilizing as I'm removing it. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and take off my clean gloves. Can I get the the hand sanitizer, please? I'm gonna do my hand sanitizer.
Sit down.
Are you okay?
Yeah. You don't want to roll on that, let go of it.
Please don't fall.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. You sure?
I'm just going the wrong way.
I'm gonna open my kit. I'm gonna take out my mask. Her ears, unfortunately, don't really hold masks, so
It's on.
it's on. How's that sound? Okay. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put on my sterile dressing, my sterile gloves. I can either place my drape with sterile gloves, or I can place it with clean hands, okay? I'm gonna show you with the clean hands. This is the one part of this that we really don't see a lot of these sterile drapes. But your kid has it, so we're doing that, okay? I'm just placing my line on the sterile drape to give us a sterile field to work with. Do you know if your facility has the drape on theirs?
We don't.
No. And none of us that work up here have seen the sterile drape, but that's in your kit. So that's all we can think of that maybe that's what it's used for. Is it a sterile drape now?
No.
No,
Why?
Because you touched it with clean hands.
You put the
well,
dirty-
the outer one
You put the
inch.
tubing on it.
And that tubing
The
is
tubing's
The
not
tubing's
Sterile.
on it.
Perfect.
That's the first thing I thought about.
Tubing's on it. It's not sterile because there's a tubing on it.
when you touched is considered your 1-inch border.
I was only touching that 1 inch outer border.
Right.
So that's not
doesn't-
sterile anyway.
Right.
Okay.
but it was sterile when you put that on there, but now it's not.
It's not really sterile, but at least it's their germs.
Mm-hmm.
That's cleaner than nothing, right?
Yes.
Also, it gives us a barrier. The clear backing. It's waterproof, so it gives us that barrier when we're cleaning. Okay? And that's just educated guesses with the kits you guys have. And they have wonderful gloves.
I mean, you make that look easy.
Oh,
Okay.
jeez.
Those are tough.
I've done this a lot, but these are, I mean, I put on a lot of sterile gloves, but. Okay. If I need to get rid of it, I can. And now I'm gonna go ahead and get in my kit. So, we got an alcohol swab stick. We really won't use it on the skin, but we'll clean if there's any redness. We may just clean the line. Okay?
Okay, so,
Yes.
never mind. I'm good. I
You
enjoyed
good?
myself. Yep.
Okay. Later, we're going to talk through the stat lock over here. There may be a stat lock on your patient. When they, no, it's laying on this side. I'll show you, but right now it doesn't matter. But when we get to that part, I'll show you. If it's a new central line, it's going to be sutured in place. You don't have to worry so much about your cleansing because it's sutured. If it's a stat lock, so it's an older, it's a more, it's been there for a while. Typically they say sutured for about 10 days. I know I need to sterilely clean it, but I've got to support the line. I don't want to be scrubbing and pull it out, right? Okay, so this has been under a sterile dressing, so it should still be sterile, but I am kind of contaminating one of my fingers because as I clean, I'm going to be stabilizing my catheter, my CVAD, okay? I will activate this, not really, but now I'm gonna start at the insertion site and I'm going to start scrubbing. And we know with chlorhexidine, you've got to scrub back and forth action for about 30 seconds. I'm never cleaning out here and going back. Start at the insertion site, work our way around. I'm gonna lift this up to be able to clean under here. Gonna clean this side around. Now I'm done. I'm gonna dispose of my chlorhexidine. I'm gonna now allow it to dry. I'm gonna use my sterile hand to get my bio patch. They're bigger now, so that'll be easier. But I'm gonna put my bio patch. Mine may not be the right way with up because of the way I cut them. I wasn't even thinking. But there is an up on them. Do it whichever way we need it over the insertion site, okay? And now with my sterile hand, I'm gonna get my dressing. Can I sterilely put this dressing on even though I have a contaminated hand?
Yes.
Yeah, without using.
Without touching what?
The film.
The texture.
The film, the inside. So I'm gonna go ahead and start it. Peel that away. And as long as I hold the outside, I will place my dressing over it. The sterile is done. And now I will I'm gonna put my invisible date, time, and initials. And I'm gonna place this on my dressing, not over the site. And then I'm gonna use this little bit of tape, very little bit of tape. I know it's just a tiny bit of tape, but I am gonna put this little bit of tape. When I do IVs, I always like to tape it, and then I kind of tape it here so that it moves with the skin and it's not just taped down on, to stabilize that line. And the sterile, everything's done. Okay?